Hi guys, Phoenix Spring Tarot. So this reading is going to be about the exchange between Zelensky and Trump in the Oval Office. I believe it was a few days ago. So we're just going to look into the immediate energies around this and perhaps what is this sowing the seeds for. So I am filming this on Saturday, the 1st of March. So this is just, I believe, a couple of days since that interaction, we'll call it. So I want to say this is the second time I'm filming this intro. Yeah, just to say that. So I'm going to put the two videos together. I lost my first one, but anyway, it was corrupted and I couldn't get it. So I'm filming this again. So I want to start off by this reading by saying that I'm not based in, for those of you new to my political readings, haven't seen my political readings before, I am not based in the States. I'm based over in the UK. So I don't have any skin in the game, so to speak. But so I always do the readings, political readings, from a place of neutrality, from a place of bipartisanship. So, with regards to Republicans and Democrats trying to see both points of view, yet also being objective. So calling out truths and calling out energies where they need to be called out on both sides. Right. And also, I would say, however, that I am on the side of Western values, democracy, values such as free speech, and so on being upheld. That is what I'm on the side on. So if I'm seeing that someone is going against that or inadvertently trying to block it, whether intentionally or not, then I would pull this out in my readings and I'll bring this to the forefront. Also, if I feel that I cannot be objective for a variety of reasons, for instance, if I have inside knowledge of the situation, for instance, with that Lizzo reading I did, I would raise that for the sake of transparency. I would say that there's a bias here and I would explain what the bias is. Now, when I do the readings, I would try to avoid the bias in the readings and I would reference where I feel the bias is coming through and so on, just doing it for the sake of transparency because it's all about the energies. It's not about me and my bias, it's about the energies that we're channeling and what the collective needs to know. All right. So I would say, having said all of that, that the clip that I watched regarding this interaction between Zelensky and Trump was an Al Jazeera clip because I didn't want to watch an MSNBC clip or anything like that. I just wanted to see the clip for what it was. And the clip that I'm referencing, because I referenced timestamps, is going to be in the comments below. So here is my bias with this situation. There are 2 points in the clip which have put me in a biased position. One point was, and it's very telling what the bias is that I'm wondering whether Zelensky has an agenda. Okay, that's my bias coming into this. So this is why I say this. At approximately 6 minutes into this reading, about 6 minutes in, or at least 6:20 into the clip, linked down below the Al Jazeera clip, Zelensky says that Russia has been alone. Now, this may be a slip of the tongue, and perhaps English is not his first language, and a lot of those things, but I remember him giving a speech at the House of Representatives, receiving a standing ovation for both sides, both Republicans and Democrats, with the promise of billions of dollars being sent overseas. Whereas I remember at that time, the West Coast and other parts of the United States were going through significant natural disasters, significant damage, and people not being able from the federal government to receive as much money as they needed to recover. But billions were going overseas. Like I remember that distinctly. And the reason why I remember that is because I was offering free or courtesy energy healings to a lot of people who were in those situations, right? And hearing their stories, okay? Hearing their stories and hearing how they were impacted. So that rubbed me a kind of way by Zelensky saying that Ukraine is alone, and it's not just the US, it's all the assistance that Europe has also given as well. And also people in those countries with the plight of Ukraine. And I think even over in the UK, people were opening their doors for people from Ukraine to come in. And I think in one instance, this family opened their doors to a woman and then the woman got with the husband and then this couple stayed together and then they had to divorce. Oh my God. Like there were so many stories about people opening their doors for people coming in from Ukraine, right? So for him to say that he was alone, it struck me as okay. Second point, and this point was made by Trump at about 7 to 8 minutes into the clip. Trump said, and I'm paraphrasing here, this is the reason why I allowed this to play out as long as it did, because I want the American people to see you for who you truly are. And it was interesting. Up to that point in the clip, Zelensky's arms are folded. Well, Zelensky folded his arms after J.D. Vance accused him of trying to litigate his point of view in front of the American media for sympathy. And I agree with J.D. Vance on that because that's how it seemed to me. So once J.D. Vance made that point, about 1 or 2 minutes into the clip, you watch Zelensky's body language change. He folds his arms and everything else. Whereas Trump and J.D. Vance are trying to lean in and explain their point of view to it. You could see Zelensky wasn't having it. His arms were folded, whatever. But at minute 7 or 8 minutes in, when Trump made that point to him, suddenly Zelensky's body language changes. His arms become unfolded, and then all of a sudden he's leaning in, engaging in the conversation. It's almost as if, and I just thought, you know what? That's interesting to me. And to me, that said everything, at this point in time that I needed to know. Like, you can't unsee that. A third point that I wanted to raise as well is that with the White House, being from my perspective, being over in the UK, again, I'm not based in the US, but when I think of the White House, when I think of the Oval Office, when I think that the White House is the highest office in the States and it's the representation of Western values and democracy of the US, it's a beacon for that worldwide, whether it be 10 Downing, even more like 10 Downing Street, yes, that is the head office for the UK, but everyone knows the Oval Office. And to have that sort of back and forth going on in there and to sit with a posture of arms folded, saying that you are alone, and a lot of that. And JD Vance really hit the nail on the head. And I think that is what got to Zelensky a bit, because it's really, he was pandering to the press and the media. He was going through all the presidents, and the presidents didn't do anything. But mind you, I feel with that as well, to Zelensky's defense, I think it's about America being involved in geopolitical issues and perhaps the history linked to that. Now, I'm not going to speak to that because I don't know what part Obama and Bush and so on played in that. And as Trump said, I'm not going to speak to that. That was before my time. When was that? That was before me. I had nothing to do with that. That's what Trump said. So the fact that Zelensky knows this, so the fact that he brought it up anyway, I feel that he was pandering. Now, I would say that what came through in my reading, because I had to refilm my introduction, hence the reason why I'm doing it now, because part of my video got corrupted. I explained that earlier. But what came up in the reading, I'm going to preempt it a little bit. I mentioned about agenda, but the agenda that I mentioned in the Zelensky's agenda, but the agenda that I mentioned in Zelensky's reading, when I get to Zelensky's part of the reading, is not the same agenda that I'm mentioning here. So Zelensky and the what I'm talking about in this introduction is Zelensky having an agenda with the press and the media in that situation. But when we come to the body of the reading, it's going to be a matter of discussing a wider agenda regarding what he would like for Ukraine. So just to clarify that. Anything else I want to say that was cut out? So all messages are alleged until proven fact. And in this reading, we're going to be looking at what's currently in Zelensky's energy, what is his agenda, what's in Trump's energy, what is Trump's agenda. We're going to look at Europe backing Ukraine, what people think, and are we heading into World War III? Again, all messages are alleged until proven fact. All messages in this reading, and in fact, all readings on my channel. If I can't cut and slice the videos exactly, please forgive me. Okay, that's it. Let's get into this reading. Spirit guides, guardian angels of the highest light and the highest divine frequency, please protect myself, please protect and bless those viewing this reading. May we only channel messages of the highest divine accuracy, of the highest truth, of the highest light, and may what we channel provide insight on this situation that we can take away when shared for the expansion and the elevation of the conscious awareness. Okay. So in this reading, we're going to be, mind you, if I haven't said this before, all messages in this reading and on this channel are alleged until proven fact. So in this reading, what we'll explore is what is currently in Zelensky's energy. Does he have an agenda that he's coming in with? What is in Trump's energy? We look at the energy behind Ukraine and backing Europe backing Ukraine and what people think. And then finally, that should get us warmed up into the question of, are we sowing the seeds for World War III? Okay. All right. Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Hang on, guys. I think I know what this page is about. Just one moment. Let me just get a few more messages. Oh, God. The Seven of Cups has come through reverse. So we're looking at the first item is what is Zelensky's energy? What is his agenda? This has come through reverse. So with this energy, I am not. All messages are alleged until proven fact, until proven fact. With this Seven of Cups says that someone is open to possibilities. So they're open to all possibilities and they are willing to take any road that leads them to the ultimate goal, right? So it's not about the journey, it's about the goals, so to speak. However, it has come through reverse and it has come through next to the Eight of Cups. Here's the thing, I think Zelensky at this point, I'm picking up there's a realization that he went too far. I'm picking up there's also a realization that he can't really depend on the states anymore to be the type of ally that they previously were. I feel that with this Page of Cups, what someone has been trying before, or the way that they have been approaching things before, which has always been successful for them, is not no longer successful with this page. And that fish jumping out is like you don't expect a fish jumping out of a cup. Like, and it's not just for the Oval Office today. I'm just talking about the whole entirety of dealing with this administration. Because correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Zelensky has ever dealt with this administration per se. And I feel that with this page, it's tactics, because pages, particularly in tarot, talks about maturity. This is a child, right? It's like the tactics no longer work. The situation has moved on. It's outgrown. His tactics don't no longer work. In fact, in my mind's in my head, they're giving me this phrase. I think it's J.D. Vance who called it out. Propaganda tool. Yep, with this Page of Wands. It's like these things where, we're in a bunker and we're doing this and we're doing that. Now, from Zelensky's perspective, it's things like that that may have worked to get people on side. This is what is going on. This is what we're going through. Perhaps maturity is not the best term. Perhaps it's like things have moved on and you need to give a different message now in order to keep people engaged with what you're doing. And that, what he did, as JD Vance really rightly said, you're trying to litigate this situation in front of the media, in front of the press to get people on side. So what really he's playing Zelensky out for was playing politics. Now, with the Page of Swords reverse, this shows it's interesting. I haven't really seen very much at this point in time as to what people think about, what American people specifically. I know about in Europe, apparently, all the European leaders are back in Zelensky and all of this sort of stuff. But it would be very interesting to see what the American people think about it, though. Because with this Page of Swords reverse, we have two pages here in Zelensky's energy. And this isn't good. It shows a lack of respect in terms of how someone is being viewed. Now, having said that, they're also giving this to me as well. It's also how Zelensky feels as well. Like he feels that he is not respected, or what he's putting across is not. I'll just say this because this is how they're giving it to me. It's not being like the Ukraine issue and the Ukraine plight. He feels is no longer being taken seriously. He feels like so because he feels it's no longer being taken seriously and he can't get the objectives that he wants, he tried to do an Uno reverse, which is the fish jumping out of the cup. It's like a surprise. He tried to do that in front of the press, but Page of Swords reverse, that plan didn't go. It backfired. That's what the reverse is saying. It backfired. Now, there's something else regarding this Seven of. I'm not picking up anything with this Queen of Pentacles just yet, mind you. Oh, no, I am now. Oh, God, right. Okay. This came to reverse, and I want to circle back to this. We're still in Zelensky's energy. We're going to circle back to this. This card is talking about an agenda here with the Seven of Cups reverse. This card upright, in the context of this reading, is going to be talking about, I would take this option, that option, that option, that option. Okay, this option may not be as good as that option. That option may not be as good as that one. There are ideas in the sky, but if you are wanting to go for peace, you would be willing to explore any option that's here. This has come to reverse. There is something that Zelensky specifically wants that is a blocker in these negotiations. I would see it's a very faint message I'm getting, very, very faint. So we'll have to shuffle a bit more to see if we get any more context with this. But we have to watch the Seven of Cups in the middle, and we have to watch what other cards are coming round the Seven of Cups in the middle. Now, let's go to the Queen of Pentacles, because I was saying I was getting a message with this. There is something about, now there are many facets of war, is how they're giving it to me. War is about human rights. War is about claiming and for what's yours. War is standing up for your ideals and everything else. But there's also the undercurrent of war that people don't talk about, the money aspect of war. There is that as well. It's as if it's using deal. Now, this could also be the fact that he was there to sign that mineral natural mineral trade deal with America and all of that. That could, in terms of the coin and that pentacle, coin, pentacle of the earth. It's something of the earth, right? So pentacles represents earth energy. So it could be that, yes, he was there to sign that. I am picking up someone not being too happy about this deal. I'm also picking up that, but I think it's not only about that natural oil and natural minerals deal. It's as if I'm just seeing the image of other corporations, it's not oligarchs, Ollie something when it comes to companies. Ollie, for goodness sake, Ollie. I'm just hearing that when it comes to this card. I can't see, they're showing me the word Ollie, OLI, but it's meant to be with companies, but it's like I can't see the rest of the term. Okay. So, Spirit Guides, God, and Angels, thank you for those messages so far. Let's see what else comes through. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, there we go. It's with the moon energy. This is the final card I'm going to pull in Zelensky's energy with this moon. There is an agenda. He does have an agenda. It's interesting. When I was forming these questions, I was asked, like, what is in Zelensky's energy and what is his agenda? This Seven of Cups energy, which is reversed, there is a hidden agenda that he is playing here. There is another angle that he wants to play. That angle, or at least let's broaden it out. It may not be him. Let's broaden it out. Somebody is playing an angle. And this angle, sorry guys, just not the camera. This angle is what's making these talks a bit difficult. It's hidden right now. There's a hidden agenda, a hidden subplot to all of this. And that is coming along with the page, with these two pages, with these two-page energies. And it's as if that is either has been revealed or it's been revealed to the Trump administration behind the scenes. Okay, because Trump kept on, and they're bringing this to me now. Trump kept on saying in that it's going to be very difficult to negotiate a deal like this. Now, he said it's tough on Putin's side, it's tough on Zelensky's side, but he was more talking about Zelensky. This is what we have to deal with, this is what we have to put up with. It's going to become very difficult to, have a deal like this. But I feel the reason why it's so difficult is because there is a hidden agenda at play here with this moon energy. Dark, but when it comes to the moon, it's all about something hidden, something that's not immediately obvious. That's coming through in Zelensky's energy. So everyone could be talking about this, wondering, these are the dogs and the fox. What's happening? What's happening? Talking and barking at the moon. But you have the sun and you have the moon. You have the sun about when there is something that people are not fully seeing when it comes to Zelensky and what he's doing. And notice that we have the two sort of pillars here. So this is a portal way. Like, why aren't we moving? Why aren't we moving? Why can't we move? Now, in March is something that I'm picking up. We have a lunar eclipse, and I believe we have a solar eclipse in Virgo and in Aries. Aries, yes. Seeing that we have eclipse energy also coming up in this, I'm wondering with the flicks, we may begin to get an idea or a breakdown in March around now as to what this hidden agenda is. I am telling you, this is not the time. The energies of the planet and of the world and of the frequency of the collective, this is not a time to play. Bethany Frankel said it the best. This is, I'm going to swear, so mind you, this is fuck around and find out energy, basically. Like, before, these things would have been hidden behind closed doors and that sort of thing, but not anymore. Like karma, I said this before in my January reading, karma is walking the street corners or level of society. Okay, so what is in Trump's energy? Sister God's guardian angels, thank you for that. Let's move forward to Trump. What is in Trump's energy? What is in Trump's energy? I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. Trump does not care, basically. And I say this, and it's perhaps not the best thing to say with his energy in terms of the chariot, but he just wants to sign a deal and put this to bed. As far as he's concerned, this has been going on for too long. We need to draw a line. And I'm saying when I say draw a line, I'm looking at this sword here. We have to draw a line. This has been going on for far too long. And how many years has this been going on for now? Has it been going on for 3 years, 3 years, 4 years? I'm just saying this three here. This three is significant. Like, he just wants to draw a line underneath this and move on. He is of the opinion with this chariot card as well. Now, to be fair on Zelensky, to be fair, I feel what Zelensky is also thinking is that there's a rush to sign a deal just for signing a deal's sake. For the sake of, Zelensky is thinking Trump just wants to sign a deal for his legacy, for his presidential legacy, to say that he brought this peace, and that's the only reason why Trump wants to do it. And I'm picking that distinctly because this is Zelensky, and we said this before, moving on from America's energy, feeling, yeah, America is not really the ally that I felt that they were anymore. And we're getting this, it's almost as if America is just like, look, and this is Trump America. Look, we're just moving on with this. This is Trump's energy. I'm not saying that I am saying this. I'm channeling Trump's energy. This has been going on for too long. We need to draw a line underneath it. And the line that may be drawn, I'm saying this now, may not be in Ukraine's benefit. Okay, so that explains what's happening up here. I'll also put this here as well, this Four of Swords, because this is someone saying that a coffin, like put this to bed, put this to bed, put this to bed, put this to bed. Wheel of Fortune, there is going to be an opportunity to put this to bed, though. Like something is going to come up, someone is going to acquiesce, someone is going to back down, so to speak, with, between Trump and Zelensky. Somebody's going to back down, and it's that person backing down. This is almost like a reset energy. Mind you, this reset energy has come under the Seven of Cups, which is that hidden agenda, or that agenda that's not being quite clear. It's as if that agenda is then crystallized, or someone finally puts their cards on the table. Someone backs down. Someone says, okay, this is where I'm at. This is the reason why I feel this way about it. And that allows us to go and to move forward. I'm also picking up in Trump's energy that there is going to be, in terms of the pressure that's put, it's okay. I'm just going to say this on Messages a Legend. The pressure that is going to come down is going to be one-sided. The pressure is going to be more on Zelensky's side than on Russia's side, mind you. I don't think any help from Europe or wherever is going to help with any of this. Yeah, there we go. That's the offer. That's the offer. The offer is going to the moon at the moment. Yeah. They are going to be able in Trump's administration. In fact, they potentially have this offer already. They know what peace offer they want to do. They kind of have. Notice that Zelensky has a page cup. Trump's energy has a knight cup. So there's a higher energy here. Mm. But there is an offer that's coming. In fact, I'm picking up that they have it already. They have it already. They have it already. I don't think that it would be favorable for Ukraine. I have to say that. I am picking this up, but they're telling me this, and perhaps Trump did mention it in that clip down below. I'll revisit the clip after this. The reason why it's not going to come out in Ukraine's favor, it's like Ukraine, yeah, they did mention it, all the cards. Remember, there was a reference to cards. I think it's JD Vance who made the reference to cards. Like, yeah, there's made a reference to cards. There is, like, Ukraine are pushing and talking a big talk, but they really don't have it. That's coming through here. So whatever offers, based on that, whatever offers going to be made is not going to be in Ukraine's favor. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And here's the devil. That's what I'm saying. Five of Pentacles, that explains it. Ukraine, I'm picking up here, has to be very careful how it plays its cards. It's as if Europe may be backing Ukraine at the moment, but Europe is. There's something about this Europe energy coming through here. This is Europe, mind you. But we'll see whether this is just Europe. This could be someone else. There is something. But yeah, the cards are validating this deal for Ukraine is not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Now, having said everything that I said before, and this is where when I tap into the reading, like because of I'm channeling and I'm partly going to the cards, so this is where the biasness sort of, begins to I cut through that biasness because to be fair, I feel this to my core. Looking at these energies here, I wish that Ukraine could get a better deal. Basically, I do wish that. And I feel, and thank you very much, this gives me clarification too. I think why Zelensky had a bit of an attitude because things aren't going in Zelensky's favor. And I think for all these years of fighting, I think he wished that he had more to show for it. And I feel that that is a clarification of the Queen of Pentacles here. I think that he wished that he had more to show for it, more to show for all the sacrifice than what they currently have and the position that they're in. Like the position should be stronger. Let's go back to this devil energy. We'll come back to that devil energy because, and I feel this devil energy as well. It's like, to be fair on Zelensky, I never thought that this would sway like this. With everything that I was saying about Zelensky earlier. But look, this is what readings are about. It's about, say, calling it as you see it. Okay, so I'm just calling it as I see it. With this energy as well, it's as if whatever deal is signed, someone is going to be chained to something. It's a suppressive deal. It's not good for Ukraine. It's like, ooh. Oh, and I think Zelensky, he either has an inkling of this is probably what that moon energy is. I feel that perhaps Zelensky knows what the deal is because he's probably seen an inkling of it and he doesn't like it. And he knows that it's something where the Ukrainians, I hope that's how you say it, the people of Ukraine are just going to be chained to something or restricted or something along those lines. And it's as if he's not happy about it. It may be that he may have viewed the deal or he has an inkling of it or something along those lines. Okay. All right. Let's go into, if I, you know what? I went into Trump. I missed Russia completely. What is Russia's energy? Let's take a quick dip into what Russia think of all of this. It's interesting in that Al Jazeera clip, I was glancing through the comments, and the comments said that Putin is the Kremlin are volunteering to mediate between Zelensky and Trump. I just thought, oh my God, people are so messy. But anyway, let's see what's happening with Russia. Sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I didn't mean to laugh. It's just getting a queen energy for this. But this energy is notice the head that's turned, and the head is turning and looking at all of this taking place. Look, Russia are just sitting down, and I think that laugh is okay. We're in Russia's energy. Putin is quite amused. He is amused. He's just looking on all of this. And I think that's where that laugh came from. Putin is amused by this. Like he is not going to be budged, he is not going to be moved. And I think Trump knows that. I think they know it. But he's not going to be budged, he is not going to be moved. It's interesting seeing the black cat hair and we're seeing the black sphinx hair. Hmm. And this is Russia's energies. That's really interesting. I don't know. That synchronicity means something, but I'll see if it comes through later in this reading. There is a groundedness in this energy. He knows where he stands, he knows what he's about, he knows what he wants. he now they're drawing me. I'm seeing this pyramid in the background, and they're drawing me to. I think when Putin sat down with Tucker Carlson, and he was talking about history and history and history, and everyone was just like, "Oh, Tucker, he just bamboozled you. Putin just bamboozled you." But I feel that with Putin, he really feels that this land is his legacy. He feels the land is legacy. The land is Russia's birthright, and you cannot ignore that. Like I am not saying that I back Russia's position or anything like that. I am just saying what the energies are. Russia is quite confident that they are going to get what they want. Again, this supports me. It's a double confirmation of what I was saying up here about Ukraine just getting a bad deal. This is just what I'm seeing here. Russia are also viewing this, the outburst that happened in the Oval Office and so on with the Wheel of Fortune energy. They're going to see how they could use that to leverage it in their favor as well. Is something else I'm also picking up on. I'm picking up in the background with the Chariot and the Eight of Cups. Like they have put forward to America, to Trump, what it is they want out of the negotiations. They are confident that they're going to get it. Okay. Spirit guides, guardian angels, thank you for that. What else? What else? What else? Europe keeps on coming up, but let's see what else comes up with Russia. It could be Europe is coming up because Europe are going to challenge Russia, but let's see what this is. Okay, I'm just going to say it because as I'm shuffling, this is something that I'm getting, but it could be that Europe, irrespective of whatever this deal is that America is saying it's forming with Russia, irrespective of that deal, Europe may come in and decide to pursue its own agenda anyway with NATO and the NATO troops and whatever. It could be that Europe decides to do that. So it could be in Russia's mind. I'm just going to say this again, very faint message, but it could be that in Russia's mind, they don't really view, at this point in time, America as a threat. They're looking at what Europe is going to do, if that makes any sense. Hang on. Me doorbell. Hi, guys. Right. I'm back. So, where were we? It was Europe and what Europe's going to do. That is particularly what Trump feels confident that he could get out of America what he wants out of this deal. But I'm just getting that message regarding Europe. That's where it really is for Russia. Like I'm getting a Hierophant energy here, and it's as if this Hierophant energy is the European Council, the one in The Hague. What's that one? But I'm sort of getting some vote happening there, and or a vote is going to happen. Is it The Hague? I really don't know. I hope that's right. That's just what I'm getting. And like there's a vote that's going to be happening, or and someone decide. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, there is one timeline that is emerging here. Notice the phrasing that I'm using. I'm using timeline. That is emerging here of war, or going in, or moving troops, or at least positioning troops, or increasing the temperature, or and it's as if, as I said before, that is why Europe was coming up. It's like Trump is trying to make a peace deal, but it's like Europe, and there are two knights here. So they're both on equal footing. So Trump is trying to extend this deal. And it's like Europe is coming in with a sword against it. Now, what I'm picking up with this energy here, notice one is appears very, very rushed, or something not being thought through, or like a knee-jerk reaction to something. A women of prayer, it's like it's not fully thought through. I notice this energy, which is Trump's energy, and their side energy is very stable, it's very calm. But that is, I notice this is Russia's energy, and Russia's looking on. It's like that's Russia's concern. They're not concerned necessarily about Trump or whether they could get what they want and blah, blah, blah. They're confident that they'll be able to do that. Because I'm picking up that Russia isn't, neither do they want this to go on, but they're not coming out of this with nothing, is also what I'm picking up here. But there's something that Europe is going to do. With the Six of Cups energy, I'm picking up ethnic cleansing. Remember, there is this Kosovo. I'm picking up those sort of vibes, and I'm just going to state that because they're just giving me the image of Kosovo, but I'm not picking up on anything else around that. So if you guys in the comments, if you have anything around that, let me know. But it's as if they picture this, or at least they're going to sell a vision for Ukraine of some sort of legacy, and they're going to talk about the legacy in Europe, and it's going to all end really well. They're going to sell it, at least in Europe, or leaders are going to sell it, that it's something we need to do and we could easily do it. We could easily protect Ukraine and conquer Russia. I don't know how they're going to sell this because no one is going to be buying. Like, I don't see, they've been trying to do that for years. We stand by Ukraine and whatever, and we're going to, I don't know. But I just don't see this going really well. Not with a devil energy, and not with a 10 of swords, and not with a 5 of swords cornering all of this, and with a moon. Like, I do not see them being successful if they chose to go against Putin. And as I said before, this is a particular timeline that is coming through as being more prominent at this point in time. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. And the reason why I'm being very tentative about this, instead, I'm using phrases such as timeline and whether it's going to happen and that. The reason why I'm packaging it like that is because I feel that with the collective, there is a lot of awakened individuals in the collective consciousness right now. And there's the awakened consciousness via the consciousness that have always been awake, but they have been in control. So as people are coming awake and they are, it's like you're rising up from a sleep, so it's going to you're going to take time to find your bearings. And while you're finding your bearings, it's either you get distracted or people would distract you either by something going on in social media or in the entertainment, whatever. And while they distract you, these leaders are sort of, and I wouldn't even say leaders, but the power behind the leaders and so on, the people who have been awakened all the time, who have had this control over us, over you, etc. It's like, I'm sorry, but this corner here with the moon and the 5 of Pentacles and the devil and the 10 of Swords, and that's just the energy that I'm getting in this corner. That's just what they're showing me. You could take it, you could leave it. I'm happy either way. I am just being forthcoming in terms of what I'm seeing. Okay. Right. So we kind of put in Europe here. We kind of looked at what people think? Are we heading for World War III? So we are beginning to answer these questions. But yeah, this is what I was picking up, with the strength card. This strength card is the collective. And with the world card, both these cards have come through reverse as I was shuffling. I don't do reversals. Every card in my deck is upright. So when they come through reverse, I take them reverse. Okay? Because it means that they have a special meaning or significance. This is the world. This is us as a collective. This is us and I'm talking about collective awareness. We're elevating, we're expanding. This is me saying that a lot of people in the collective have awakened. They're coming and understanding their sovereignty. They're connecting with it. They're connecting with their inner power, your inner intuition, your inner wisdom. You're beginning to find that now. It's so funny. Bashir, he did a clip on Next Level Soul, and Darryl Anka, the one the person who channels Bashir, Darryl Anka was saying that more and more every couple of days he's going to be recognized. He is being recognized, whereas just a few years ago this wouldn't have happened. He's saying because a lot of people are seeking out this type of knowledge in terms of spiritual awakening and consciousness and understanding and everything else. Even me on this channel, when we talk about spiritual awakening and expanding of consciousness and conscious awareness and so on, I've been talking about this for years, doing it for years through my cards. People are coming online now. They're coming online. However, and that's what I was channeling over in this corner here. But these cards, so this is a matter of everything I explained before about people coming online. People understanding what karma is all about. People understanding what good and bad is all about. It's not necessarily good or bad, but the gray in between, connecting with their inner power, being able to recognize their conditioning and programming and control it, and being able to tune into their destinies and life purposes and all that beautiful stuff. People are coming into that. This has come to reverse. That is the energy I was picking up over here. And we have it confirmed with the eight of swords. It's like we are either there is something coming that's going to keep us tied down, or is going to keep us restricted or distracted, or not even, or something's coming up that would deny us the ability to believe in our sovereignty and our awareness, or whether this is being used as a vehicle for that, or something else is coming in. This is in the are we heading for World War III energy, right? Are we heading for World War III? I am not getting a clear answer for that in this current energy read. I don't feel with this judgment energy. I don't think it's as clear cut as that. I think we as a collective, and the reason why is that there are a few hurdles to jump before this World War III timeline could actually come through. So there are too many things, too many opportunities, too many choices for things to happen for us to definitively say we're going to be here. Mind you, there is going to be a lot of, I would call it propaganda, I would call it fear mongering, I would call it that sort of stuff that is going to be in the news in the lead up to this. That is to keep us scared, that is to keep us close minded, because I'm catching that with the world and the strength reverse. That is to disempower us. Is disempower a word? Yes, I think it is. That is to disempower us. We have with the strength card reverse. That is also to control us. It's like this is going to be used as a vehicle to do that. I don't know how it's going to be used that way. They're just showing that to me. However, I feel with the Three of Cups, and mind you, I don't know who celebrated what over here. Not because people celebrate it means it's anything good, right? But we have this judgment energy, the judgment of rising up. Interesting, we have the St. George's. This is the St. George's flag, isn't it? With the UK. Interesting. I know Keir Starmer is busy, and this is my personal opinion. I'm not channeling or tuning into anything, but I do not hold personal opinion of me. A lot of faith in Keir Starmer. I mean, if he can do something, I would be very impressed, and I would be thankful and grateful. But I'm not holding my breath. That's just me, right? But okay. I'm just drawing to the sword, so not the sword. Sorry, the flag. Um, yeah, this judgment is interesting. We live in the days now where anything goes. So let me just see if I could get it. There is something about we as the people, as a collective, have the power if we don't want this to stop this. Whether we are an awakened collective or not, it's as if we have the power to rise up and stop this. But I'm not seeing how. I'm not understanding. Yeah, there we go. We do. I'm not understanding through peace, through love, through, you know, I'm also hearing through holding people accountable, through holding leaders accountable. This could take the form of protest and people rising up to protest, people fighting back against being controlled, being conditioned, being fighting back against a false information or news that they're being given. Not looking to, they're also giving me the message of not looking to traditional sources for information or not looking to traditional sources for not taking what traditional sources say as gospel. So this could be your government, this could be the news, this could be, I don't know, your parent, your neighbor, whoever it is. It's like rising up into your own sovereignty, into your own understanding, and into your own point of view. And I don't know what that has to do with anything. That's just what they're giving me, and it's just what I'm channeling, and that comes up with the Empress energy as well. And this is a hell of an energy, two powerful energies to come up in a war reading. So I guess this is saying that there is hope. There is hope here. Whatever this is, whether there is this hopeful news or hopeful message out of all of this, we will hear it and find out about it soon with this Eight of Wands energy here. It is as if the temperature is going to increase on it. And it says, yeah, the temperature is going to increase before we get some news as to what that final position is. But war is in the ether. It's a very close, like from one position here, we have a number of choices as a collective as to which timeline we go on. War is a very prominent, high probability one, but I'm not going to call it just yet. It's too early to call it. For me as a reader, I'm sure other readers may be calling this and that sort of thing, and that's good on them. But I'm going to stay truthful to what I'm seeing and what I'm channeling. And there is an ability to circumvent this possibly. So we hold on to that. We hold on in hope. Okay, guys, so that is it from me. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in future readings. Bye.